สวัสดีครับ Today we are at La Cha Som Tam in Thai Town, Los Angeles. I'm here with a very special guest. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Mint. Recently
Hi,
upgraded to Mint.
Mint.
I'm a
But
Mint now.
yeah, congratulations.
So, thank you.
Yeah. All right. What are we feeling like having today?
I'm looking towards. I'm getting the spaghetti pad kimao.
Oh,
It's international up in here.
I see their special board menu up there, so I think I'm gonna get their gang som cha om gung, which is like a sour soup with shrimp. So I'm
Wow,
excited to try it today.
that's very Thai of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was my grandma's favorite, so yeah, that's why I wanted it. It called out to me.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so
Miss you, Grandma.
yeah, miss you. Yeah. Okay, so let's order and then we'll see you guys after the meal. Bye.
See ya.
All right, we're back. Do you prefer doing this in Thai or English?
I think we'll do mostly English.
Okay, we'll do it in English. Thank you.
Thank you.
How was your meal?
Very good. I'm very full.
I'm so full right
a
now.
little drowsy.
Same. Well,
Thai food is comforting and like too comforting.
yeah, it definitely feels nostalgic and it feels like home, but because of that, it makes you feel like you just want to go to bed right after.
I want rest. No, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited to have this conversation with you.
Yeah, thank you. So, what I like to start with is like how we know each other. I met you 1997 was the first year I started summer school, and it was right after the classes were done, the regular classes where you're learning about the language. Come downstairs, and there's like extracurricular activities you can pick, either
Right.
Thai dance, Muay Thai, or in our case, band, the Wong
Yeah.
Dun Three Thai. So that's where I went. I don't know if my grandma chose that for me or I just felt like going to that room. So I went to the Don 3 room, and I remember there's already kids practicing in there, right? You were one of the kids. Eventually, I got assigned as the Kong Wong Lek, and you were the Kong Wong Yai. Yeah, I think through that experience or that time, I literally became your left-hand man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have so many great memories, but I just remember just countless hours spending time together, just practicing Don 3, just honing the craft. But I think through that's when we really bonded. And I'm so grateful that bond has lasted throughout the years until now. So yeah, that's what I remember. That was my first memory of you.
Wow. You know what's funny? I don't remember how we. I don't remember us meeting. Just remember us existing together. That's
Yeah.
really funny because I'm surprised you weren't influenced into joining. I joined because I saw the older kids play and I thought they were so cool. Shout out to older kids. And I remember just seeing that they were so confident and they were, learning all this music and getting to play, and they got to go to different places to show their skills and things like that. I thought that's cool. I'm gonna join that. And Pete was in it. My younger brother, Matthew's friend, was in it before me, playing rhythmic instruments. And yeah, I was like, wow, I want to join them. They're the cool kids, and yeah, so that's how I got into it. And yeah, I don't remember meeting you. I just remember we just became a band together, and we're like, I think I started at Lanat Tum, and then our teacher said, get in the back, which I'm really glad they did, because then now we're partners, because we're the cool ones. No, the whole group is cool except string instruments. We're the cool, But it was really fun. I think the way our instruments went together was really cool, and how different they were while being the same was really cool too. So
Yeah.
I was really proud to be in that group.
Yeah, likewise. And I think through that experience, we've been afforded so many opportunities, right?
Yes.
But we can get into that a little bit later.
Yeah.
So I want to start from the beginning, right? Where were you born?
I was born in good old Hollywood.
Wow.
Literally Hollywood, California. The Queen of Angels Hospital.
Wow. So right down the street from where we are now, right?
Yeah.
Thai Town?
I don't think it's there anymore. I'm a Hollywood girlie. So yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that explains how things turned out. No, I'm all things. But Hollywood, grew up raised in the Valley, grew up in Castaic, but
Yeah.
that was its own fun on its own. But yeah, that's where Mint started. Ew, person, how Hollywood.
That's okay. That's okay. Hollywood Mint.
Where I started. That's where I started. Yeah.
So outside of the Valley and Castaic, have you ever lived anywhere else? Different city, state, country?
No, that got the short.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Are you mostly of Thai heritage or are you mixed ancestry?
No, mostly Thai. I would think I've never done a 23andMe. But yeah, it's pretty Thai.
Okay, cool. Getting into your family's history a little bit, do you know their story starting from like their initial decision, right? Was it temporary or did they know that they were going to move here permanently?
I don't know. I never asked them about that.
Did they ever communicate anything to you, such as like their experiences when they got here, safety concerns, things like that?
All I remember was, just from seeing pictures, was that I was an only child amongst a lot of friends. It was just friend groups and family just taking care of each other and one little baby.
Oh,
and then that's about me. Maybe that's why I'm a little spoiled with love, and everywhere I go, there's always big groups of people showing support and love, which is a blessing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know if your parents spoke, read, or wrote English before they came?
My mom has a BA in English.
Wow.
Yeah, and my dad did too. Yeah. Well, he didn't. He wrote it and spoke it. Yeah.
Oh, so they definitely had, I guess, familiarity with the language. Then, yeah. So it wasn't super foreign to them when they got.
No.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah, they're both pretty well. I know when you grew up around them, how did it feel? Like their language level?
They definitely were fluent in English.
Yeah.
I felt like, I did grow with my grandma, right? So it's a little different, but definitely your parents, from what I remember, they just used English and Thai interchangeably.
Yeah.
And pretty easily too, compared to some of the other parents we might have known. Yeah.
I think growing up, we were spoken to in Thai, and then we just learned English along the way. That's cool. So yeah, it was great to have that influence.
If you know, right? When they got here, were they still being exposed to Thai media back home, such as like TV shows, music, news, anything like that?
I have vivid memory of people renting videotapes, recorded shows.
Yeah.
I don't remember what. I think mostly like Thai dramas.
Okay.
Aside from that, I don't remember how they were getting their information. Probably Thai newspapers and stuff.
Oh.
But aside from that, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Did they ever say, or do you know if the community here was big when they first got here, or was it still pretty small? Or
I think, when was Wat Thai established? Do you remember?
I think late 70s, early 80s. Yeah.
I don't know how big the community was. My parents got married at Wat Thai.
Wow.
We saw pictures of it. It's crazy. Like, yeah, they got married there. And then a couple years later, I was born, or a year later, I was born. Wow. I think, yeah.
Do you know if they might have been like one of the first couples that got married at the Wat?
Maybe. I don't know the true stats. Yeah. I wasn't around, but yeah, they definitely had to be one of the first.
Wow. That's so cool.
You gotta ask the people who were around in the 70s.
Yeah. So would you say that like as soon as they arrived that they were immersed into the community, or they were like a part of the community right away?
I don't know necessarily that. I think they just came with there was like a group of friends, or they formed their community fast, like their own. They either like my aunts and uncles came with their friends, and my mom's friends came, or my dad's friends came, and so that was like already a thing. And then like dad's cousins or whoever, it's all interlinked that way. And so I'm not too sure of the community that was established, but there definitely was a community with themselves.
And they definitely knew people here before they got here then?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's good. I think that's definitely helpful, right? To kind of have familiarity with wherever you're going. Yeah. I can't even imagine, like, even nowadays, just let's say uprooting my family in the next few days or months and just taking off and going somewhere and not knowing anybody or anything,
Right.
So yeah, I think it definitely helps in that aspect that they knew people here.
Yeah.
Do you know if they had lived anywhere else outside of where we are today, SoCal, Los Angeles, Greater Los Angeles area?
I think we're basically SoCal people for at least my whole life.
Yeah.
Different parts of Southern California.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. My aunt's dad went over to New York, but then I think she went there first and then came here after.
So everybody's relatively here then.
Yeah.
Did they still maintain their contacts or their relationships back home in Thailand when they were here?
Yeah. I honestly, I don't understand how. Living in modern times, like the fact that we grew up on the internet and that was already like kind of complex to do.
Yeah.
They did keep in contact, and so they're like my mom and her siblings were always close. I think, and then I guess they had calling cards and things like that. Remember in the 90s?
Yeah.
So they were in communication with each other. Yeah. So I guess it kind of breaks my brain to think that there were any forms of communication other than line or email or whatever or FaceTime. So they managed to do it.
So in maintaining those relationships, would you say that they created a connection for you, and does that connection still exist till this day for like as far as friends and family back in Thailand still?
I guess mostly family. I feel like we're surprisingly close to family in Thailand still. Like not like, talk every day, but yeah, it's not awkward to go home and see my aunts or whatever or different cousins, or maybe we're just more, I don't know, outspoken people, or they are, that it's not awkward. We can just be like, oh, hey, cousin.
Oh, that's
And
great.
so it's not as strange and awkward. I remember growing up as a kid, it was more strange to be like, oh, these are my relatives and I have to go eat with them and what do I say? And then you get comfortable in yourself and your language and they're confident in speaking and it's a lot easier.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely important to maintain some sort of family bond or family ties, right? And if people are able to, then I think that would be great, or that would be better, right?
Yeah.
Rather than not being able to or not having the ability to maintain those connections.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely important. Did you grow up with a big family or a big household?
Yes, I think you know this one. I think a lot of you, even our friends, were like, "Wow, it's surprising that you are that close with your own siblings, and then that close with your group of cousins." We all ranged in age pretty closely, so there's a chunk of us in the older group, and then a second chunk in the younger group. Lily in the middle, she can chameleon to whichever side. But then, as we're even older, we text each other all the time about whatever nonsense or even real life crap or whatever. Not crap, real life situations. And yeah, I think it's funny because even friends in the band are just like, oh, we were only four of us were in the band. They're just like, oh, they're the group, and then we get to be like their other siblings along the way. Like I think Rita's someone that felt that way, or like Candy or whoever, and you. So it was just an extension of like our family.
Yeah. Just to kind of speak on that, yeah, I definitely was talking to another friend within our community. I don't know if they want me to say their name, but they were saying how it was funny that with our Don 3 group, half of the group was your family members. So that was pretty cool when to hear them say that. It's like thinking about it, like they did have numbers in our Don 3 band, didn't they?
It was our family and then Rita's family.
Yeah.
And then everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool how things were like. And again, commenting on that, we definitely felt like the extended part of your family for sure.
Yeah.
I think everybody that grew up with us or in that setting, we all definitely felt that kinship, right?
Mhm.
So let's go to you now. What was your early life like? As in, like, what was your favorite snack to eat or drink as a kid? Things like that.
Favorite snack? Oh, I grew up I really miss 3D Doritos.
Mm.
Do you remember those? They were so good. Yeah, all through high school, my best friend almost like she tried to have an intervention because I was and am still a soda addict. So there was a lot of soda, Doritos.
You know, what was the music of the time that you were growing up?
Good question, Matthew.
You know.
Music's great. First album was probably Mariah Carey, Daydream.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then a lot of TLC, those kind of bands. I recently got back to listening to Britney. I went back to listen to their first album because I was like, she was like 16. And she was doing all that. And I was like, wow, as an adult, I feel sad. But I'm glad she got her successes. I hope she's doing okay now. Shout out Britney Spears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but then yeah, a lot of Thai music too. I feel like our karaoke helped me learn how to read Thai, basically, because I could understand it. But then having the, phonetic English words up there helped me learn. Because all those summer school years didn't do that much for me, language-wise. Mostly community and music practice. Yeah. But yeah, Thai music is great. That's really still fun to look back to.
Yeah, definitely.
All the sad love songs and heartbreak, really dramatic. That might have played into things too. I'm so dramatic now, but yeah.
Thinking back to your childhood or even your early teens, what would be your favorite memory?
Favorite memory? We used to go to our friend's house, Haunted, and download music there. We basically just eat snacks and download music and just have nonsense time. It felt so carefree, nice. You don't have to worry about anything. And then you just walk back to the temple for music practice. And then we practice for a few hours, eat dinner, play basketball behind the temple. Those were probably the most fun times that I had growing up.
Yeah. Those were definitely, well, if I was a part of the same times, they were definitely fun times.
Yeah. We didn't come for the music download, but the other stuff, it was all like a really big group. Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned briefly earlier, but do you speak Thai?
I speak Thai.
Okay. And where did you learn how to speak Thai?
Music video.
Yeah.
Oh, our parents really still speak to us in Thai.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's where I learned the most. Also, like the friends who spoke Thai so well, and then being around the community like that. There's more time to practice. Probably the time I was strongest in language was when I worked with my mom in the office, and her English got terrible, but my Thai got great because we'd gossip about work colleagues, and then they wouldn't understand, and my Thai was like super speed, super accurate. But yeah, now we don't work together.
Yeah.
So it's getting worse.
But do you still use it pretty often?
Yes, trying to teach the youth.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we gotta talk about that after.
Yeah.
When or where was your most significant exposure to the Thai community? Was it Wat Thai? Was it somewhere else?
It definitely Wat Thai. I was lucky. I grew up at both schools. Like during middle school age, I had Thai friends that I was already close to, and then high school as well. So I didn't ever have to feel like different or other, but also still be like exposed to very diverse, academic situations.
Yeah.
So that was nice, but it didn't ever feel like it had to be scary because I had friends that I knew from the community.
Yeah, I remember that as well. Like just growing up, how you would see the same familiar faces from the weekend during the weekday at middle school or high school. I think it was definitely comforting. You know,
at least a couple of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, especially because I didn't go to elementary school in the area, so when I did come to middle school, it was just nice to see some of my friends from the Wat go into the same schools. I'm like, okay, this is nice.
Yeah, we rode the bus a couple times together.
Yeah, just even having experiences like remember at Sepulveda when they used to have I think it was like some sort of exchange program where they would have middle school kids from Thailand come. And the kids that did speak Thai would kind of be their liaisons. That was kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I literally forgot about that till this moment. I mean, there's a couple times I found pictures of my exchange student, but I, as an adult, don't know why that happened at our school. It was 40 kids or 50 kids.
Yeah.
they bring them to our middle school where we're learning, and then we had them around for like a week or so.
Yeah.
It's so random though.
It's a cool program that they had. Shout outs to Poveda Middle School. Thank you for that experience.
You know what's funny? I had kids in elementary school. When I was in elementary school, there were like 2 kids that were younger than me that were Thai.
Yeah.
And they didn't speak English. And they made me go try to teach them English. Wow. But I'm in elementary school, so I don't know what I'm supposed to teach them. And I don't know why that happened either. They just used me as a like in-between translator. And that maybe happened for like a month or so. Because I don't think we made progress because I was a little kid.
No, but that's still
so
really
funny.
Cool experience because that's like, I feel like that might be what has fueled or at least partially fueled your drive for like advocacy community.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I think my fuel right now is very much the next generation, seeing the kids and you know the access to what they have to that community. Like our temple's very much still big and accessible, but the community that existed during our time, the programs that existed through our times, are not thriving in the same way. Or it might be, but I'm not part of it, so I don't see it. But remember, summer school was like hundreds of kids lining up. Now you see like maybe 30 at most or 50. So to see that shrink and kind of like seem to diminish, I don't know if it gets to like my nieces and nephews level, if it'll be there for them to learn from or feel a part of. So that's kind of my drive to like see how we can promote our community or expand our community through different ways.
No, definitely. I think that's very important, especially like you said, you know, laying that foundation, right? So just kind of thinking back about community, right? Like, because you said that your exposure was the Wat Thai.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is Wat Thai to you, or what does it mean to you, maybe then or even now?
Definitely then and now. More so then. It is where I grew and learned and built my group of friends and you know people I'm still very much in touch with on an everyday basis. I've met people recently who were bragging that they were friends with their friends for like we've been friends for 10 years, and I look back, I'm like, whoa, I've been friends with my friends for like 30 years. And I'm like, I just turned 40, so it's like, whoa. And to have that with like not only with like you know the Don't Three, the band group, but even with like friends like outside of that, which is like you know Patty group, which was like also a friend I met at Wat Thai, and you know Reed is part of that group, and they're like my closest friends, and we've been known each other since then as well. So it's just like kind of crazy to be like, wow, I've been surrounded by these same people. I make new friends all the time. It's not like I don't have other friends, but it's like the core groups have been in here for the long haul, and I have the temple to thank for that.
Yeah. I definitely feel the same way. Mm-hmm. You know, without the temple, wouldn't have half of the connections that I still maintain to this day. Thankful that we were existing in that time and space that we did, right?
Yeah.
So where we are now, Thai Town, did you ever spend much time out here growing up?
I think it was just like during the Thai New Year things, or like remember they made us do parades.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, not really. I feel like I had friends that were hanging out here more like in their college years. They're more outgoing, or they're even just like more like physically close to this area where I was like living further away. So my weekends were either just like temple or you know home.
So would you say the majority of your friend group growing up, were they mostly Thai or Thai American kids?
Yeah. It's mostly Thai American kids, except for the friends I made in school, which would be like, you know, a more diverse group. Like in high school, I had a very diverse group of friends. There's a lot of, you know, Indian kids and Latino kids and, you know, all sorts. And it was just like, which is very lucky too. I was not a popular kid, but I was popular adjacent because they tolerated me. So that was nice. So I didn't get to bully, or I didn't get bullied, but I also didn't have the responsibility of like being cool. So that was nice. It was a good place to be. That was a big group, and then in middle school it was like you know like Korean friends, Korean Americans.
Yeah.
And then like a close Thai friend. Yeah.
Yeah. So you had like would you say a best Thai friend growing up?
Yeah, Kay. Kay. She's in the UK now, but yeah, she was the transfer from middle school to high school, like my bestie. Fontic was there in middle school. Yeah, it was good to have those friends there. Yeah, and then just like the people they bring into, I come in contact with through them, or just like, people meet at work or
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Where you were growing up, did you notice personally, or did your family ever talk about any hardships or any concerns that the community was going through?
I think I was lucky that they mostly just let us focus on music practice and schoolwork.
Yeah.
And then they just like dealt with their own stuff. Like that's very much like let the kids be kids, take care of each other. Like I said, we had our cousins around a lot and that kind of stuff, and the adults just handled the things. Yeah, we're pretty lucky in that, I think.
Outside of the Wat Thai or the Wongdon 3 band, right? Did you ever participate or get involved with any other like Thai community groups or activities such as like sports or things like that?
Not really. It was very like, we had our sports or whatever at the temple, but it was like very casual after music practice. But yeah, our music practice was like several hours a day.
Yeah.
And even like Fontip and I, when I was going to middle school, we'd come after school Thursday, Fridays as well into the weekend. And so that was a big chunk of our lives. And the fact that it was occurring from like middle school to like college ages was a long span of time. So that was mostly it. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was a huge chunk of our adolescence.
Yeah.
Right? A huge chunk of our young lives.
Yeah. I learned how to swim on the side. I learned karate, like, YMCA karate. Oh, wait, Boys and Girls Club karate. But, aside from that, it's been music. Yeah.
With that experience, right? This might be a little controversial, but how would you rate our skill level as far as like Dom 3?
I thought we're pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have the like. I think we're pretty good for Americans. Like looking back, and I was like, it's pretty impressive how much we learned and how far we got and how good we did sound.
Yeah.
I don't know it'll ever be like Thailand status because I don't think we had like access the way it would have been.
Yeah.
But I think we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we were speaking off camera, I think it was really cool that we were able to be able to practice with like some of the masters from Thailand.
Yeah.
Right? Be able to have concerts also in Thailand when we visited as a group, as a tour group, right?
Yeah.
I think definitely without all the rigorous training that we received, like I don't think we would have been able to do like half of those things.
Yeah, when I was younger, I thought we kind of just like just do it. We're doing it. We practice whatever. But as an adult, looking back, I was like, the capacity of not only the teachers being in their 20s, putting on these huge performances with like hundreds of kids.
Yeah.
The fact that the kids were able to like focus enough to learn all that and like put on a pretty like good performance, like we sounded good. And then the fact that like the parent group was like willing to be like a team enough to support the concept and like all the kids who not only did like you remember like they built the stage, they like built it up, and then they would feed us during camps and even during practices, make sure we're all okay. And then after the concert was done, they break down the stage, help the teachers, and that was the whole thing. The fact that as a community was like willing to use their free time to do that is like kind of amazing to me, because as an adult now, I'm like, I have the capacity to like finish my work, find dinner, and watch like TV. So it's like amazing to me that they were managing to do all that for us.
Yeah. And thank you to all the adults that were involved in nurturing our childhoods in that aspect. I don't think it would have been as fulfilling if you guys weren't a part of it. So there's countless names, but just thank you for that. Thinking back, do you remember your first time visiting Thailand?
I don't remember. The first time I visited, I was really young, so I don't remember that. I have videos of like me and my younger cousin at like a zoo, and then like pictures of us eating somewhere. But that's about it. Yeah.
Do you remember going back what the feeling was like as far as meeting relatives, meeting friends there, and they meeting you for the first time? coming from America?
I think it was overwhelming just because I was very shy, very much afraid of everything, not very outgoing. So everyone's like, "Oh, this is a cousin," and I was like terrified I would say something wrong or, that kind of thing. Now it's like a lot easier to process. Like, oh, it's not a big deal. Just have a conversation
Yeah.
and enjoy your time with probably fantastic food. So it's much more fun as an adult, but as a kid, I was very anxious about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's intimidating. And even like when we did our trips when we were kids with the band to go do things in Thailand, I remember like these Thai kids would be fascinated with us because we're from America, and then I was just like, you remember some of them would be fangirling, like, oh my god, he's so cute, Roman. I would just sit in the corner like I don't want to talk to anybody. It was like really nerve wracking. So I was like, okay, I'm glad my friends are like the outspoken ones, and I just get to relax and just like sit there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember that experience. Just going back, and we're such an anomaly, right? Because we look just like them.
Yeah.
But we speak
Yeah.
fluent English.
Yeah.
So since then, do you go back to Thailand pretty often?
I think since adulthood, it's much less because then you have like vacation schedules or like work schedules and things like that.
But definitely more frequent when you were younger, though.
Yeah, for sure. When we were younger, it was like since middle school age, probably like every other year or every
Wow.
2 years. It was like much more like constant.
That's
But then
amazing.
as an adult, like you're like, okay, now I gotta pay for stuff, and so
Yeah.
it's a lot harder.
What would you say is your favorite Thai dish?
That is not a fair question. It's very much moods. Oh, this isn't. I don't know if this counts. Namjim seafood, boiled crab and namjim seafood is like my death meal. Like before I die, that would be great. It's like how I want to celebrate every birthday. When I was working in an office, I would like take my birthday off. Tanya would take my birthday off. Go to Redondo Beach. My mom makes hot rice and then just a thing of namjim seafood or just cracking crab with like that delicious sauce. And I was like, this is my happy place. I love it.
Yeah.
And then I started eating uni, and we put that on uni. Oh yeah, it's the way to be.
Yeah, namjim seafood is definitely really good. If you guys haven't tried it,
It goes with
recommend.
everything.
Yes.
Put it on your fish. Put it on your taco.
I remember the first time going to boiling crab.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what would go great with this?
What would fix this?
Namjim seafood. And as soon as, these shrimp boiling places that were Thai owned started opening up and they had it, oh, amazing.
Dunzo.
Amazing.
Yeah. Here, enter a bottle of namjim seafood. Namjim seafood here.
No products. So in your current daily life, do you still interact pretty often with other Thais or Thai Americans?
Yes. I work for Thai restaurants.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a lot of Thai people there.
Oh, man.
And then I also work for a nonprofit that also visits Thailand to provide school supplies for underprivileged kids. We go to Burma, Thailand, Bali, and Mexico.
That's
right
amazing.
Now. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's definitely amazing what you do, and it's definitely needed right now given the current situation, right? We just had the devastating earthquake that happened just a few weeks ago. Folks back home in Southeast Asia are still reeling from that. So it's great that you guys are hands-on helping or doing what you're doing. In the past, have ever been any interactions with other Thais or Thai Americans, whether they were positive or negative, that have affected you till now?
Aside from our group, I can't think of, honestly. No, I can't think of it. I think it's been pretty positive. I think there's like a lot of the trauma of dealing with like that phobia a lot with like within our culture and like how you appear, your appearance, which could have been negative, but it's made me sturdier. Because now it's like you don't care anymore. They're just gonna freaking say what they're gonna say, so you can't like uppercut everybody. Aside from that, like I wasn't really bullied by like kids or anything, or maybe I was just unaware of it. Yeah, that's about it.
And honestly, I think that's very admirable. Your resilience, because I know some people they wouldn't be as strong in that aspect, right? If they had felt some sort of attack emotionally because of their physical appearance, I don't think it would be easy. So I definitely commend you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I also just like shout out to the people who like it used to matter a lot, but now it's like I've always had the support of like friends and family and like in abundance, you know. More shout out to them. They may be okay.
Yeah.
They may be all right. Yeah.
Yeah. As an individual, how important is it to maintain your Thai culture, your Thai traditions?
Um, it's really important to me. I mean, to the level that it can be.
Right.
Just because I want the next generation to know about our culture. Maybe it's not like, okay, you have to join a band and like go eat only Thai food, you know, like I want it to be that, but you know, there's not as much access to it as we were privy to back in the day. You can still go join the band, but it's not as many kids, or it's not going to be as fun. I don't think. But you know, maybe it will be because they'll be the cool kids that are coming up. But yeah, I want them to even at least have that exposure, so they have the choice.
Yeah.
To want to do it, because if we don't teach them about that, they'll just, you know, I love Bluey, I love Mickey Mouse, but that's all they're gonna know. They're not gonna know about our music or our food and, you know, all these great things.
Yeah.
Just to have a glimpse of it, so they have the option to want to know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some challenges that you see might be in maintaining our traditions, our values?
Yeah. I Now that we're lucky enough to have such a big Thai community, it's also dispersed,
Yeah.
which makes it more accessible in different areas, which is a great thing. But I think the force of it is like has weakened in that way because we don't. There's not only one place that you can go to go learn about these things. So to find a way to come across these things is more difficult, and then to find people that you enjoy doing it with is difficult because you're not hanging around with 30 of your best friends every weekend now. So yeah, I think that's more of the challenges there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. To you, is learning the Thai language and Thai history important for the youth that are here?
I think it's only important, like again, like in the choice that they have. Like, you know, some people are like, oh, they don't even speak Thai; they're not real Thai. I don't think that's a fair assessment. You know, people weren't lucky like us to have the option to go learn it, or you know, even if you seek it out through music videos or whatever, Babbel or Duolingo or whatever. I don't even know if those are options on there. You know, it's harder now. It's easier than it was, but it's still pretty difficult to find a way to learn Thai. So I don't think that has to define you. So I think to whoever feels it necessary, yeah, it's important to make it accessible rather than important to keep learning, keep it alive. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. I think accessibility and also exposure are very important and very I think they're very key, but at the same time I don't think it, like you said, defines your Thainess, right?
Exactly.
It'd be great for, you know, accessibility and exposure for everybody, but not everybody's afforded the same opportunities. So yeah, definitely I think it's important, but it doesn't totally define your Thai identity.
Yeah.
What would you like to tell people back home about how our lives are here?
I don't know. I don't know. What do you ever think about what you want to tell people in Thailand?
I would just like to, I wouldn't say tell everybody, but just be prepared for a different lifestyle, right? It's not the same as in Thailand where you can, for some people, drive down the street and see just, you know, endless relatives, right?
Yeah.
Coming here, for a lot of us, it can be isolating sometimes.
Yeah.
Not totally, but that's why people seek community here, like some of our parents did, right?
Yeah.
That's why they sought out a sense of belonging in certain community groups, like the Wat Thai.
Yeah.
Right? I think it was definitely a saving grace for a lot of us. So I would say, yeah, just definitely be prepared for that.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can see and speak on is like it's just a very diverse, at least in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
America's so vast.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, that's what has to be like completely different because like the communities that you see from state to state are going to be so different from each other.
Right.
Yeah, that might be the most mind blowing thing that I would share that I could speak on. Yeah.
Yeah. Just because our experiences as Thai Americans in Los Angeles, in California, are one way doesn't define the rest of the country, right?
Yeah.
A Thai American or a Thai that might be going to like a Wyoming or an Idaho will have a completely different experience.
Yeah.
In the future, whether short-term future or long-term, would you or have you thought about going back to Thailand permanently?
No. I don't think I would survive. I don't know how I would, like, I'm a very creature of like comforts. Like, I'm very much in my ways. I think I always have been. I don't know if that's a great thing. I don't know if it's a terrible thing, but yeah, I don't even know if I'd want to leave like SoCal. Yeah. Like, also just because this is where my family is. I don't know. If 20 of us were moving, maybe, you know. Yeah, but aside from that, like, I really just plan to be around to like watch my nieces and nephews grow up. But
Yeah.
would you want to go back to Thailand?
I think I was more privy to it in my younger years. I think after having a child, it definitely changes your perspective on things. So I think I'm still open to it. However, it might be closer to the retirement age, right?
Yeah.
I think I want to see my child be able to stand on his own 2 feet first before I make any sort of decision like that. Or if there's an opportunity where I can take care of my family the same way I would here, then I would go back.
Right.
Granted, my partner and my child agree with it.
Yeah.
I know we've spoken about this already, but what does the Thai community mean to you? And what would you say is your experience back then versus now?
I guess it's the Thai community is like building up my like core group of people basically, and the encouragement of like our culture and our heritage being ingrained in the family a bit. You know, it's still not that deep. Like, you know, I don't know about Thailand's history and like the wherefores and whatnot. But as much as it is ingrained in me is from, you know, our temple and the people we knew, and how it is now is kind of that. It's kind of basically stemmed from those people, even like through work and stuff. It has expanded from the people I've met through that community, and so it gets to develop in that way.
Yeah. And honestly, yes, there's the history of our motherland, right? But also, I think we're living in our own history now, right? For the next generation. What is one thing that you could say would help strengthen the Thai community for, you know, the next generation? So for me, I feel like it's important to create these type of projects or these spaces where, you know, just talk about our own experiences, share them. So it kind of shows that, you know, though we're all Thai American, we have like various backgrounds and various experiences. Thai Americans don't always have the same background or the same experiences. However, we're still supportive of one another.
That's what I think is the thing that I'm excited to see with both our generation and the next, that there's more potential for collaboration in things and projects and, you know, in businesses and things like that. Whereas I'm sure at our parents level there had to be more competition because they're all coming here and, you know, trying to find out a way of survival for themselves. So the vibe was more like, oh, I gotta do the best for my family, I gotta do the best for my group of people. And then there's no sense of like, let's collaborate, let's work together. Whereas, like, you know, even in the art world or the part I'm like a part of, I get to see like these people who I grew up with, and they're finding their own successes, and they're like willing to reach out and be like, hey, do you want to take this on with me, or would you care for this project? And, you know, I'm the same, like, oh, this sounds like a really awesome thing for you to take on. If you're interested, it's not so, you know, precious and like I must succeed in this in my own way to, you know, whatever stance you have to take. Because I mean, maybe because I don't have a family to support or, you know, those kind of things, so it doesn't have to be as competitive. So that's where I'm glad there's more openness to each other and support for each other.
Thank you. What is your personal motivation?
At the moment, just finding a level of peace within myself so that I can be available to be a support system for my family and friends, and especially the younger generation.
Yeah, that's definitely important.
Mhm.
Friends and family, and also the next generation.
Yeah, I want the babies to thrive.
Yeah. What has been so far the happiest moment in your life?
Oh, Matthew, I don't know. I'm happy a lot.
Yeah.
There's just been a lot of scary things, traumatic, like physical scares. That any moment that I get peace is pretty happy. Oh, you know what's a good one? Every time a niece or nephew learns to say my name first, or not even first, just when they're like aware of who I am,
Yeah.
it's like so fun. Um, or when they seek me out and they find that I'm like a comforting person, that those moments are like, that's pretty much it. I'm like, ooh, I matter to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side of that, has there been a moment that's changed your life, or probably the hardest point in your life?
Hardest point, probably just like it's been physical stuff. I've just been in and out of the hospital for pretty like scary things. Like I think I've probably almost died in the hospital twice now. Seeing like how that stressed my family out, like especially my direct family, was really scary and like sad.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I matter to people, but then just seeing how that would affect people if something terrible happened, it's just like really sad to see and scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm definitely grateful you're still with us.
Yeah, me too.
And I can't even imagine what you've gone through, but I'm thankful that you're here now.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whatever
Thank you so much.
whatever the universe is.
That one doctor.
Yeah. Do you have any regrets?
Oh, yes. The only ones that I will linger on is not just being just more brave growing up, like more confident in the things I wanted to pursue, and maybe like soda addiction.
Yeah.
But mostly the first part, because it's just like I even see the next generation and like little cousins or whatever that are just more outspoken, more willing to take on whatever. It's a great metaphor for this today because my niece pulled out a little chair to try to stand on top of it to grab something on the ceiling. And I was like, I really wish I had this mindset of like, nothing can stop me. I'm going to grab this thing,
Yeah.
So yeah, I regret not like spending that energy being afraid for so long.
So with that, what would you tell your younger self?
You can still be kind, but tend to your emotions as well. I think I was always like, of course, I wanted to take care of friends and whatever family emotionally, but I think I was such a people pleaser that I would leak into people who were not deserving of it. Like, you should still take care of the people who like take care of you, but I was pouring into like romantic partners that were just like not it. And I took that energy that I should have been saving for the people that mattered in my life. Whether it was out of guilt because they didn't have it. I think a lot of that was driven by guilt too, because I was like, oh no, like this person doesn't have this amazing community that I have. I should share it with them, but they weren't wanting it. They weren't receiving it in the way that was productive. And so I would tell myself like, hey, focus on the people who matter, focus on the things that matter, and like go for your goals, and don't be afraid. Heavy on that one. Just like go do your thing. Yeah, and then so that's why I really like want to ensure like the next generation is supported and always feeling confident in themselves and what they want to pursue.
What is one thing, Thai, that you would say that you do pretty regularly, whether it's on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis?
What? Eat kind of food. I don't know, Matthew. What else would that be? We go with my mom when she wants to go pray at the temple.
Yeah.
Every when she has the energy. I think the most high thing is just like gathering with community a lot, whether it's just a huge big family or, the extension of that, the friends and aunties and uncles we made along the way. That's something I'm really happy that still exists because you can have an auntie like, hey, I just got this like whatever nam or whatever ingredient. She's like, I'm gonna make a bunch of like whatever. Everyone come over, and then people just come over. Is like, what a blessing. I don't think that occurs a lot in a lot of cultures. I mean, I'm sure many other cultures, but I'm glad it occurs in ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely that sense of family outside the family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those gatherings. We can kind of touch back on it. What do you currently do now, and how did you end up in this career path?
I mostly ended up in this career path because I was laid off from my corporate job.
Yeah.
And then through word of mouth and just people who just needed help. Or I guess they all came through Candy, my best friend, one of my best friends. Yeah, she just had the connections of like people who needed someone at the time, and luckily they liked me and kept me on. Yeah.
For someone that might be pursuing the same field of work as you do now, what is one piece of advice you might give them?
Oof. I think it's just managing a schedule and managing your mental state is a big chunk of it because since they're both like gig jobs, you have to really maintain what times you want to work and that kind of things. Because yeah, even when I first started, I felt like such a responsibility for both jobs because you want to keep both of them because it's hard times right now. I was working through the day, through the night. I tried to spend time with my niece as much during the day and then work till 4 a.m. and then just like not really sleep and then work, some more. And I was just like becoming really evil because I was just so tired. But yeah, I think that would be the big chunk of advice. To really succeed, I think you have to ask someone else because I'm just like, I think I'm mostly kept on because they like my personality and I get things done. But there are people that are going to be more competitive and more willing to push for more. But you'll have to ask them in that standpoint. Yeah.
No, but I think it's definitely important what you said though, just managing your time, whether it's professional or personal, so they don't bleed into one another.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. So those are all the questions I had. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, thank you. I'm grateful for your friendship. It's crazy we've known each other this long.
Thank you.
We don't hate each other. We've never offended each other in that way. So I'm grateful for you, and I'm glad you're taking on this project, and I hope it's a success.
Likewise.
In the way that is important to you.
Thank you. Likewise, yeah. I'm grateful for this as well. This opportunity that you've given me, right?
Yeah.
Sharing your story.
Yeah.
It's definitely important to me. So thank you.
Call one like solo. Go. We don't end with a hug. We end with a solo. Yeah. I'm sad. Aww. I wish we could play still. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I miss it.
All right.
Thank you.